What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Porto in the league and Real Betis in the Champions League. Both home games. Both we probably need to win. Not a lot has happened since the last episode. We played a few games and they've gone relatively well. First off was a pretty simple one against Gondomar, who are just like an amateur team in the Estadio Portugal. Smacked them 3-0, played a fully rotated squad. And Tomas gets a brace. Santos gets a goal. Good to see some, players kind of on the periphery get some match fitness and get in some good performances. Then had probably the most disappointing result, a 1-1 with Betis, away from home. It's not a terrible result. They're not a bad team, but we were the better team on the day. We just couldn't find the second goal. Polina gets the goal in stoppage time of the first half to at least get the point. And it was going to be a solid point, because Manchester United, for most of their match against Olympiacos, were losing. If we look at their game, go to their schedule, they were losing until like the 78th minute, when Moise Kean scored a goal to equalize. Even then, I thought that was fine. But then in the 85th minute, Lindelof gets a goal, ends up being the winner, and Maguire scores one to seal it in the 91st minute. So, two very late goals to rescue all 3 points for him. If they didn't get that win, we would have been in a pretty good spot to be able to win this league. Now, there's a lot for us to do. We pretty much have to win today, and we pretty much have to beat them away from home. First one, I think we can do. Second one, a little bit less likely. Hopefully we can get a good performance and a good win. Since we were the better team away from home, I'm actually pretty confident, but these matches are relatively close together, and we have to pretty much play our first team for both of them, so there will be a little bit of resting, but hopefully there's no injuries, because we don't really need injuries right now. In terms of the team, it's pretty much the starting lineup. One slight change because of an injury. Pedro Gonçalves is out for a couple days, so he can't play. So Sensi comes in. That's why I bought Sensi, just so we had midfield depth I really trusted. I never really trusted Manuel Ugarte. He never put in terrible performances, but he never wowed me for the most part. So Sensi hopefully can do that. Sensi, I think his attributes are just so much better. Like, he's not as good defensively, not quite as good physically, but technically and mentally, he's just amazing. If we compare them, yeah. I mean, you can see physically, defensively, aerially, Ugarte is better. But attacking-wise, even speed goes to Sensi. But attacking-wise, it's not even close. Sensi is so good. And he brings set pieces, which is very valuable. So, I like Stefano Sensi. He started off okay. He has got one goal. Hopefully get a few more. He's going to be starting next to Nunez, and the rest of the lineup is to be expected, including Sesko up top, who we talked about last episode. I did some deals with some of our players to put them on long-term deals, and I was wanting to do a deal with Sesko. The first talks broke down. We have negotiated again, and he will be signing a new contract. He hasn't signed it just yet, but I'm pretty sure he's going to sign it, and it's for pretty much 8 years. A 5-year deal with a 3-year optional extension. It is expensive. He's going to be the highest paid player on the team by a margin, but he probably should be. He's the best player in the team. So it's going to be $120K a week, but I mean, no wage rises or anything like that. So you think like 8 years in the future, if we continue this trajectory, that's going to be a freaking bargain. So I think it's a good deal to do. Keeping him around, so many teams were interested in him. Literally, like almost every day of the transfer window, a team was coming in for him. So he is a hot commodity. So to keep him here long term is awesome. So yeah, that's about the case. Bergman Johansson also signed his contract. So everyone I really believe that needs to be here as a long-term piece is going to be here for the near future. So yeah, we're going to keep this team together. Hopefully they can perform, because I kind of need them to. We're going to win a Champions League final. These players that I'm putting my faith in have to show up. I think they'll do it. Let's start today. We owe Porto after what happened in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. We've got a couple tough matches coming up, so I'm going to need to see your A game. Put in some good performances and carry our good form over into the Champions League. Benfica aren't letting up anytime soon, so neither can we. First highlight's only 2 minutes in. It's going to start with a Porto goal kick. Raya, their goalkeeper, is going to kick it long. We typically win these. Tony Martinez not the best in the air, but it does fall to Conceição. Good tackle by Bergman Johansson, but now Mbemba is free down the flanks. He puts in a ball for Tony Martinez, but a good block by, it looks like Inacio. Actually, Ruan. Very good block by him. And now we're going to look to build from the back. Not necessarily build from the back. Kick it long. And Sorloth's going to find a strike partner, and back to Sorloth on his right foot, not his preferred foot, and it is saved, but placement could have been a little bit better. We're going to see the resulting corner, though. Sensi, very good set piece taker, finds Sesko, but he hits it just wide. Good start so far. The highlight's not going to stop, though. From their resulting goal kick, Ignacio misses it, but Polinia drops back and picks it up. Drops it off to Bergman Johannesson. He's going to run down this flank and find Sorloth. Eventually, if he would run to get to it, I think he would have got to that fine, but he kind of starts jogging and they pick it up and look to recycle it back through their goalkeeper. Is he going to go long again? Hasn't worked out for him so far, but he actually goes to the flank a little bit this time. Finds Martinez. He's going to pull it back to their fullback. Back into the midfield. Ilkay Gundogan, probably their best player, finds Gonzalo Martinez with a very good pass, but another good block by Ruan again. It's been a pretty good start for Ruan so far. Some really key blocks in really big areas. And Ignacio heads out the following corner, and I'm assuming the highlight's going to fiddle away. Or not. Conceição is going to continue to run out and find Martinez. Going to put in another ball that's going to get knocked out for another corner. Are we going to see this one too? Yes? I know key highlights, right? Okay. The corner's going to go in, and it's going to be headed away. Conceição is going to pick it up again. Can we, win the ball and go on a counterattack? Good lord, good tackle by Tabata. Ask and you shall receive, and thus Sesko does that. 21 minutes in, we've been the better team. Porto haven't been bad. They've, had a couple dangerous attacks, but they have yet to put a shot on target. We put, 3 or 4 or 5 shots to target already, so we're troubling their goalkeeper a little bit at least, but nothing really highlight-worthy. As Porto is going to start with this attack again. Going down this left-hand side, Martinez seems to be their key man. He seems to be on the ball every single time they show a highlight. Pulls it back, eventually goes to Ilkay Gundogan, who's got a long shot on him, but instead he finds Mbemba, who's going to put it back to Ilkay Gundogan. Okay, I thought we were going to make a mistake there, but we do get the ball clear, and that's not to anyone, but Sorloth's going to pick it up. Sensi plays through Sesko. Come on, Sesko, our best chance of the day. And Raya makes a great save. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought they were going to screw that up. They nearly did. 31st minute, a throw-in. Porto again, but we're going to win it. Aguilar brings it down. Going to find Paulinho. Don't like that pass. For the most part, Paulinho's been very good on the ball for us the past couple of seasons. He's literally had our best pass completion percentage. At least, he loses the ball less than anyone else. But not quite there. But we still have the ball. And Sorloth looking for a ball to Isaac Bergman Johannesson. I don't hate it, but we do eventually get it back. And we find Bergman Johannesson going down this left flank. He's going to beat his man for pace, but he's got a lot to do. He finds Sorloth. I don't know if he's going to have the angle. He does get tackled, but it's going to fall to Sensi for his second goal for the club. A little bit of luck. The tackle falls to Sensi. The keeper was kind of already fallen to one side, so he didn't really have much of a chance to get back across his goal. But we get the goal. I don't care how we get it as long as we get it. So, yeah, Sorloth does pretty well here, but a very good tackle by, I'm guessing that's a Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, former Tottenham and Bayern Munich man. That's a very good signing for them. Him and Gundogan in the midfield, that's pretty good. Actually, he's playing center back for them. Okay. And that's going to be the end of the first half. First half, which we pretty much dominated. They had their chances, but none of them were that great. They did have 4 half chances. 0.89 XG. Having 4 half chances and only putting one of them on target, that's not great. We've had a lot of chances. Their goalkeeper's been pretty good. I'm sure he's probably the man of the match for them so far. Our goalkeeper's having a good game as well, 7 rating, but I'd like another goal. I really wish from what we did in that first half, we get a second goal out of it to make it a little bit more comfortable. But we've got the lead. Now we just need to hold on. We're doing well, but don't get complacent. Make sure we have the bragging rights. Come full time. I'm fairly happy with that first half. Going forward, we probably should have scored 1, maybe 2 more goals, but we've looked very threatening, and that's good. Defensively, they've created a few more chances than I'd like to see, but we have done very well defending those chances. If we want to keep a clean sheet, in this second half, we're going to have to stop letting them create those kind of chances, because eventually they will score. But don't rely on a clean sheet. Keep scoring yourselves. About 61st minute, we're looking for a long ball to Sesko, but we can't quite find it. Martinez looks to find the ball to his left back, who plays it back to the center back. Into Ilkay Gundogan, playing that deep lying playmaker, I'm assuming. At least that's what he should be doing. They find the ball back to their goalkeeper. They like going long, but instead they actually go out to their center back. Mbemba finds Conceição. Going to look to play back to Mbemba. If we can win the ball here, got a chance on the counterattack. We're probably not going to win the ball on Ilkay Gundogan, though. He's got some very good mentals. Looks like this might be a Porto attack, though. They're building the ball very well. They're doing very well in possession. They're going to go all the way back to their keeper, does well to switch the ball to the left-hand flank, and they're going to attack. They're going to just run it out of defense, and Konoplaya doing well. Finds Tony Martinez back to, I'm not sure what his first name is, Martinez. Another Martinez. Do they have 3 Martinezes on the pitch? Good lord. Gundogan. Mbimba getting forward. Is he a center back? Is he playing fullback? It looked like he was playing center back, but he just scored a banger. What position is Chancel Mbimba playing? Because why was he there? And of course, it's the freaking defender who scores an absolute banger. Did give him too much space, but I mean, if you're going to give anyone space, it's probably Chancel Mbimba. Frustrating. 78th minute. Of course, they've had 2 shots on target and have scored one of them. And it was a banger because, of course, by a defender. He was playing right back. He's playing center back now. He was at right back. That's why he was in that position. But we've been the much better team. We've just missed some very high XG chances. We've not been good enough, and I'm going to have to make some changes. Tabata has not had a good game, so Santos is going to come in. Other than that, I mean, Bergman Johannessen's been pretty terrible, so Vinagre is going to come in. Stick with those 2 subs. I think those are the 2 players that most needed to come off. Hopefully we can create a little bit more. In terms of the tactic, I kind of want to go attacking, but I don't know if it's the right call against Porto. We have been the better team, but I mean, they've been creating chances the way we're playing currently. So if we go attacking, they might get a pretty clear-cut chance, and I don't know if we will. So I don't think I want to change things up. I still want to play the way we play because for the most part it works. I am going to go a little bit more direct with our goal kicks. Go to do Sesko or Sorloth. I know Sesko's taller. 16 jumping reach. What's his heading? 14 heading. Sorloth, 16 jumping reach, 15 heading. But he's 1 foot shorter. 13 aggression, 14 bravery. Sesko, 13 aggression, 12 bravery. I don't think it really matters which one. I don't want to do that. I think I will go with Sorloth. He just has a slightly better heading ability, so he's going to be a little bit more accurate with that header on for the most part. And Sesko's faster, so he's got a better chance to get in behind if Sorloth heads it on. I'm going to get stuck in, be more aggressive, see if that can create a chance for us. And other than that, I'll start preventing short goalkeeper distribution because I don't want them to waste time. So I want to really press their back line, see if we can win the ball. We've done pretty well winning the ball from long goal kicks and long passes from their defense, but I think that's it, though. I don't think I want to do anything else. Made a few changes. Hopefully, we'll see an impact. Still no highlights. 87 minutes in. We've got 1 sub left in our pocket. We've got some very tired players out there, but I don't know if I can really bring off Sorloth or Sesko. They both had pretty good games, and we've got Tomas on the bench. He's not quite the aerial presence that either of them are. Nunez, pretty tired and hasn't had a great game. I could bring in Ugarte, but I don't know if that's the right call either. He does have better finishing ability, but he's not as much of a playmaker as Nunez is. Other than that, Aguilar has played a good game, even though he's very tired, so I don't know if I want to bring him off. I could just go 3 strikers up top and kind of go for it, but I think that might be a little bit too dangerous. So the change isn't obvious. I don't think the change is really that obvious. I think I will bring on fresh legs up front. I think ultimately I will make that change, and if I'm going to take anyone off, it's probably going to be Sorloth. So let's bring Tomas in as that pressing forward, that pace. Maybe we can get in behind. And with that, I think I'm going to stop hitting early crosses because Tomas not nearly as good in the air. And I'm going to go slightly more direct. Other than that, I don't think I want to change it. I'm still passing into space, which should work with Thiago Tomas up there. I want to change the distribution, not to Tomas. I want it to Sesko now, for sure, with long kicks. And I don't think I want to push up the line. I think that's it. I'm going to go positive. I'm not going to go all the way to attacking. I'm just going to go positive. Not much time left. Hopefully, we'll see another highlight because I don't want to draw this game. And there is going to be a highlight. 91st minute. It's going to start with our throw-in. This is about the first time we've started with the ball, like all game long. And since he's going to hit the crossbar. So unfortunate. And that's probably going to be the end of the highlight. And it is. And that's going to be the end of the game. A 1-1 draw. I mean, not the worst result of 1-1 draw with Porto, but considering we dominated them and they only had 2 shots on target, we should have done a lot better. 6 half chances and 1 clear-cut chance, and we end up with 1 goal. That is unacceptable. Going forward, this team is so freaking inconsistent. Like, they get good ratings, but they just cannot finish their chances. We should have won that match based on chances created. And really, there's no excuse for not doing so. Chance after chance after chance. And you missed nearly all of them. I hope you're ready for some hard training sessions, because we're going to work on this until this stops being a problem. You cannot dominate a match of that importance and only walk away with 1 point. That is unacceptable. How much longer do you believe this unbeaten run will continue? We won't get too far ahead of ourselves, but we do fancy our chances against anyone. Alexander Sorloth had a pretty torrid time in front of goal, didn't he? He's got some work to do. We cannot afford for him to miss so many chances as he did today. That goes for both of them. I don't think it's just one. I think it's literally everyone. All three up front and the Mazzala. None of them can finish their chances. Since he did get the goal, but, still not good enough. Real Betis next. Quality-wise, I don't think they're probably much more different than Porto, so I'm expecting another tough match, and we're going to have to be a lot better than we were against Porto. We created a lot of chances. We looked good. We just couldn't finish. That's going to have to change. If we lose or draw this match, I think we can pretty much kiss top of the group goodbye. It's still pretty unlikely, but we need to win to give ourselves a chance. If we do lose, though, we might find it tough to qualify from the group. So this is going to be a very important match. We need to win. And it is time for our match against Real Betis. This lineup is going to be the exact same one that just played. So, they played pretty well. They couldn't score, but, hopefully, we know they can. And, it's encouraging to see them create that many chances. So I'm going to keep them out there. The one player that actually really has disappointed me so far this year is one I didn't expect. Bruno Tabata has been pretty bad. In the league, he's averaging a 6.79 with 1 assist through 8 appearances. Considering how good he was the last 3 years, I don't know where that came from. He's been fantastic the last 3 years, but he has been pretty awful this year so far. He does have 2 goals and an assist in the Champions League, so at least he's doing decently well there, but I need to see him step it up, because if not, since he was originally brought in to kind of push Gonçalves and Nunez, he can play attacking midfield as well, so Tabata might be a little bit out of the rotation if he doesn't pick things up soon. But we're going to keep our faith in him. He's going to start today. Since he's going to start, Gonçalves is back, but I'm not going to rush him into the lineup since he played well that last match, so I'm going to keep him out there. Gonçalves could be an option off the bench. Hopefully put in a better performance in terms of actually scoring goals. Performance-wise, I'm fine with doing it again. I thought defensively we were all right. They created a little bit more than I'd like, but, we did pretty well to hold them not getting shots on target, so that was good at least. But going forward, we just need to take more of our chances. I'm doing chance conversion basically every single day for this month, at least. Hopefully it'll provide an impact. We're doing well, and we're on a good run. So let's keep that going, shall we? I'm going to need to see better finishing today, though. That last match wasn't good enough. Real Betis are a hard team to clean sheet, so we're likely to need goals. Multiple goals. I know you've got it in you. Go out and show it. First highlight's going to be about 9 minutes in. It's going to start with Real Betis, building out from the back, playing down this left-hand side. They find Wanmi on the flank, find Borja Iglesias, who's kind of dropping a little bit deeper, pulling some center backs with him. They find Perot on the overlap. Back to Wanmi, playing it well between each other. Ruan does very well to head it back to the goalkeeper. Good, composed defending. And we're going to get a highlight for it from us. A long kick, which we like to do. Sorloth wins it to Tabata, but the pass was extremely poor. It was on. The pass was on. It just wasn't close enough to Sesko. And he gets a chance to make up for it, and he doesn't do it. It was a good save, but got to be better. Need to take chances like that. That's a very good chance. We're still going to see the corner, though, since he's going to put it in, but we're not going to win it. I'm assuming this highlight's going to fizzle out now, or are we just going to keep going? Polina finds the ball to Aguilar, and there goes the highlight. 33rd minute, corner. Not much has happened this first half. Literally, not much has happened. Tabata's going to put in a ball, though, and he's going to find Sesko. I don't know what they're looking at, actually. Offside. I don't know who would have been offside there. Was somebody in front of the goalkeeper? Could have been, but it's going to count, though. Tabata gets an assist. Yeah, there's no one near to being offside. I don't even know why they looked at that. It wasn't even close. 38th minute might be one of the last highlights, considering how few we've seen so far. Bergman Johansson's going to get it, though. We win the ball. Polina wins the knockdown, which is what I like to see him do. Tabata threw on goal. I slated him before this match. He had not been good enough. He put in some decent performances in Europe, but in the league he hadn't been good enough, and I need to see better performances from him. And he's done that today. He's got a goal and an assist. The assist was from a corner, but that is a well-taken goal. A good finish, putting himself in a good position. And we go 2-0 up. That is huge. We definitely need a multi-goal advantage going into halftime. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. Now I just need to hold on to this for the last couple of minutes, and it looks like we're going to. They've had one shot. Another dominating performance. And this time we have a little bit more to show for it on the score sheet. We're ahead on the scoreboard, and definitely deserve to be, based on the number of chances created. So I'm pleased. The quality of finishing was good, but we can still be better. Be prepared for another tough 45 minutes. If we can score 2 goals in a half, so can Betis. So don't let your performance levels drop. Pretty quick highlight, 46th minute, and they're going to have a throw-in. Fekir, probably their best player, finds Rodri in the middle. We missed the header, and they immediately get a goal back. We don't hold on for a freaking minute. That's not a good start. From a throw-in, especially, just the laziness from Cincy there. And then Ignacio just completely misses the header. And we're made to pay. 48 minutes. Just a few minutes later, we're going to win the throw. And it's going to go back to Bergman Johansson eventually. He's going to beat his man. Hopefully this can be our attack. I want another goal. I want that 2-goal advantage back. And as long as he's onside, we're going to get it. A very nice ball from Bergman Johansson. Finds Sesko. First look, I thought he was on. But we'll see. I have been wrong before. But I'm not wrong this time. We get the 2-goal lead back just 2 minutes later. Good to see. Offensively, we're stepping up again. Bergman Johansson on his right foot even. His weaker right foot. A very good ball. And Sesko pressing on that back line. Brings it down wonderfully. Goes around the keeper. And brings our 2-goal lead back. He's very clearly onside. Obviously, we can't see him. But based on the lines, he was very clearly onside. 60th minute, we're going to have a throw. Everything's coming down this left-hand side right now. Bergman Johansson, been very good this game. He was not good last match, but he's been very good today. Find him again eventually. Definitely keep feeding the ball to Bergman Johansson. If I could make a playmaker down that left wing-back position, I would. He finds a ball in. Tabata caps off his wonderful game with another goal. With how good Bergman Johansson's been, Tabata's been just as good today. Those two combining for our 4th goal. And with the quality of our defending, that should probably be it. That is a huge win. Sorloth back to Bergman Johansson. Nice ball in. Tabata, good positioning and a good finish. Keeper didn't stand a chance. Is this a kickoff highlight or is it just because I just made a change? I've changed a little bit to the tactic. Looked to kind of lower the intensity a little bit. We do have a lot of games left, so I don't want to be completely destroyed by this match. And I did make one sub. I don't know if it hasn't happened yet. I've brought in Dyer at defensive midfielder it says he's going to come in, but he hasn't been made yet. I doubt this is an actual highlight, but we'll see. We've got the ball. If it is, it might be for us. Nunez actually gets played through on goal. It is a highlight. Immediately from the kickoff, we win the ball back and go down and score another. It is now 5-1. We struggled to score goals last match. And we deserve to score them. We should have scored them. But we did make the same mistake today. Mateus Nunez getting more involved as that advanced playmaker, pushing a little bit further forward. I'm all for creating even more forward runs from out from midfield. So I like to see it. This might be one of the last highlights. 87th minute. We brought DK on for Sesko. Don't want to risk Sesko anymore. He's on a hat trick, so might be a little bit annoyed, but ultimately it's more important to keep him fresh and healthy. So DK's come on. Also, who's my other sub? Vinagre came on for Isaac Bergman Johansson. A little bit of a clap off after a very good performance. Mateus Nunez on the ball now. We're looking to attack again. I've got a really low tempo and everything, but we're still threatening. We've still got really good players, so we can still make something happen. And we even have, at least for Ignacio, a decent ball-playing defender. Vinagre is going to find Mateus Nunez. Look to put in a cross, possibly. No, Vinagre, yes. He's got a lot of opportunities to put in a ball. Finds Sorloth, who lays it off to Cincy, and he gets his 5th goal of the season. Is that right? 5? Wait. Does he have 5? I feel like he doesn't have 5. Does he have 5? Didn't he just literally score his 2nd goal last match? I don't know. Apparently it's his 5th goal, but a very good, well-worked play. Sorloth gets the assist to Cincy, and I didn't want to embarrass him more. I mean, honestly, I kind of did, but I didn't feel like we needed to, but we did. Praise the team, but it's too late. The game is over. A 6-1 victory. We scored half our shots on target, which, I mean, it is good. 2.2 XG and scored 6 goals. Our finishing was pretty good today, but we did create a lot of good chances. Actually, I think we actually created less chances than we did against Porto, and we scored 5 more. I'll take it. It was a very good performance. I asked them to be better after that last performance. They had to be better in front of goal against teams of this caliber, and today they have. Great performance. Very, very well done today. That was an excellent win. The quality of your finishing was fantastic, and it wasn't just the strikers. Everybody got involved. That's what I love to see. We attack and defend as a team. This can't be a one-time thing, though. As the season goes on, the matches are only going to get harder. We need to carry that finishing into those matches. With the quality we have, this is what we're capable of. Don't forget that. How big is this result given the wider context? It's a huge result. We played the matches that needed to be played in our style, and it showed everyone what we're capable of. That was a really impressive performance, even considering your recent form, right? Everyone's playing well, giving 100%, and we deserve to win this match. Are you looking forward to giving your players a rest day after such an impressive performance? I haven't decided that yet. Probably not. They need to keep this going. I don't want to give them days off. I want to keep working hard. And with that, we go top of the group, but Manchester United haven't played yet, and they're playing Olympiacos, so they're likely to win. And I think is it the away leg? No, it's Manchester United's home leg. So yeah, I expect them to win and win comfortably. But we've given ourselves a chance. If we beat Manchester United, we got to still beat Olympiacos. But if we beat Manchester United, we can still win the group. Bruno Tabata, I slagged him off before the match, and he just goes and shows me up and gets man of the match. 2 goals, 1 assist. He even worked hard, 8.3 miles covered, and a 9.2 rating. It wasn't just him, though. The entire team played very well. I'm very happy with that. That is a team performance and a very good result. Now, the next match is going to be Man United. So, we've got Porto and the Estadio Portugal. Pretty unlucky draw to get them in the 4th round. But, I mean, we probably would have had to face them eventually unless they faced Benfica at some point. But, so, why not now? We got the draw. We should have done better. It is away, but you know what? I want to test myself against the best teams, and that's what Porto is. It'll only make us better on the season. In terms of the other game we're going to play next episode, please Maritimo. Why do we always play a team twice in a row in the league? Definitely not showing that, though. Belenenses are 4th, Millicau's 8th, so it's probably going to be Belenenses. They've been a pretty decent team in the save. They've been, right up there in the European spots, and they've started off the season pretty well. So definitely going to come back for that. Definitely going to come back for Manchester United. As long as we don't choke at home against Olympiacos, that match is going to determine who tops the group. But with that win, we should be able to get through this group. I think we're pretty well set. Yeah, we're pretty well set to get through this group now. So that was massive. Now we just need to carry that on to the rest of the season because we got some big games coming up against some really good teams. And that's the kind of performance we're going to have to put in if we have any chance of beating them. I'll see you next time. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.